Manoj Pande, let me come down to the crux of the issue, and I'm sure you've been asked this question several times. After Galwan, the topmost question in everybody's mind is, how prepared are we along our northern borders to face Chinese threats and challenges? We've had several rounds of talks. What is the progress made in those? Is there really something to talk about at the moment? That's how lay people would be asking questions. And just how safe are we from Chinese threats?
Right. So, first part of your question, how well are we prepared? I think we are prepared in every manner. Our levels of operational readiness, operational preparedness is of a very high order. In terms of our deployments, along the entire length of 3,488 kilometers of our borders, I would say is both robust as well as balanced. And when I say this, it is in terms of different components or elements of what the military has, be it the artillery, be it the tanks, be it the infantry and the likes. We also have made sure that we have adequate reserves to be able to deal with any contingencies that may arise, and these are the contingencies that we keep wargaming from time to time. So we have our response mechanisms firmly in place. In terms of what is the progress of talks, as you are aware, we have talks at two levels. One is at the military level. At the level of our corps commanders, we have had 21 rounds of talks, and then you have another level that is the diplomatic level, where you have the mechanism of WMCC. We've had so far 14 rounds of WMCC talks post the events of mid-2020. It is my belief that it is only through talks that you will find resolution to the balance issues that are currently at hand. Now, while these talks are progressing, and I would not want to go into the specifics because that may not be that relevant here. But while we are engaging in talks, we are also focusing on capability development along our northern borders, of which technology infusion, modernization is an important part. Very recently, the government gave us provisions to the service headquarters to procure certain equipment, our warfighting systems, to meet the immediate requirements. We've been able to put that to good use. We are also focusing on infrastructure development, which again, I believe we are moving in the right direction. So to sum up, I think our preparedness levels are of very high order, and we are maintaining a very close watch on the developments and what's happening across the border.
General Saab, you are an experienced man on giving questions and answers to questions in a very calibrated manner. Well, I'm also an old news hound, so I'll ask you the same question in a different format. And I'll ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your threat perception from China?
I think a more appropriate question would be on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your preparedness level? And my answer is
that
10.
You've answered. So you're 100% prepared. Well, there I have no questions, but 1 to 10 threat perception, as how would you look at it in a practical manner?
Well, I think, from time to time we keep reviewing threats. It depends on what time of the year, purely at the tactical level. So threat during winter months may be slightly different than what it is during summer months. So it may not be fair for me to quantify, but just as our western adversary, with respect to our northern adversary, I'll only like to say that our preparedness levels are on a very high order.
Okay. Well, so let me then ask you yes, big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, because all of us sitting here in the audience feel extremely, extremely positive and confident that so long as the Indian Army is there, we have nothing to worry about, and that is the trust level and that is the preparedness level assurance that you give to the people of this country.